So what does Yoru and this whole War Devil situation even have to do with the themes of Chainsaw Man Part 2? Let's talk about it. So spoilers for up to chapter 210 of Chainsaw Man. So I got a comment asking, what does any of this have to do with the themes of Chainsaw Man Part 2? And if you know me, I love talking about themes. Doesn't matter, anime, manga, video games, I'm gonna get into it. So let's talk about it with Chainsaw Man Part 2. What even are the themes of Part 2? So for me, what I see is death, okay, explored through Denji's grief. So we can add grief on there as well. And we also have identity as a huge one. So one obvious thing is the fact that war causes a lot of death, a lot of casualties. And so that means we're elevating the War Devil, giving them all this power along with the Death Devil. And Denji is going to have a conversation with Death, which is something that I predicted earlier on, that Denji and Death were going to have a sit-down convo. And I love this because, of course, Denji has been dealing with grief and death and exploring how he even just sorts through those feelings, whether he tries to mitigate them with, you know, sexual desires, or if he tries to ignore them, he would cut through his brain to deal with the grief, the loss of Aki and power. But now he's been facing things head on, especially with all the regurgitation of those unpleasantries with Pochita and the aging devil. But then we also have fear. Fear is a huge part of Chainsaw Man. In fact, it's baked into the power system. That is how devils gain their power. And what have we seen throughout the entirety of Chainsaw Man, but especially in part 2, is how fear can be harnessed to drive people to do violent, awful things. Think about what happened with the Chainsaw Man church and that fever pitch that we got to, where people were hating Chainsaw Man so much, and then everyone was turning into Chainsaw Mans. There's all this chaotic fear. So humans seek out catharsis through violence sometimes, especially when they are afraid. The United States bombing the USSR and cheering for the death of innocents. So this whole USA War Devil situation didn't come out of nowhere. In fact, we touched on it already with the NRA losing their fingers, and then we have that whole Statue of Liberty gun devil thing that we had earlier. And I'm so glad that we're coming full circle with that, because I remember at the time I was like, okay, that's pretty cool, but are we gonna revisit this anytime? Oh yes, we did. Oh yes, we did.